And action.
Yay, okay.
Before a live studio audience of Frankie.
Right. And the neighbors.
Yeah.
Welcome to Your String.
Did you like that?
Merf can add that. Yeah, that was awesome. Perfect. So, much better. We've got Merf back with us. Again, I apologize for missing last week.
I was in the Caymans.
Yeah, Merf was in the Caymans.
Yeah.
Merf was doing a photo shoot for a calendar that'll be coming out next year.
Whatever Caymans do.
Oh my gosh. That would have been a much better story than well, we were here to do the show.
And we got carried away.
And then we got carried away. Well, no, I already told on myself in the...
You're horrible.
I already did. I did a hiking thing. I'm like, I ate some psychedelics and didn't do the show. We were here, but I had it. His name is Dirk. I don't need to call him the ex-boyfriend. Was bringing stuff from Colorado, and I was having a hard time dealing with it, so we drank. We drank a lot.
We had a good time.
We did have a good time. Yeah. We did. And then, and can I talk about, because we're witches, it's a witchy type of show. So then after Dirk left, I went for a hike up on the ridge behind my apartments. And when I go up this mountain, normally there's a tree that was struck by lightning. And so I normally go to the lightning tree side, and that's really cool too. But there's this other, when you're facing the apartments and whatever in the road, there's this ridge that's kind of a bald ridge. And I was and I'd been wondering how do I get out there? And then it's one of those things where it's I got to this point and it was well, no shit. It's when you walk by a door and then finally after 20 times you're well, there's a door right there, And I was that's how you get up there.
Yeah,
and so I was frolicking because the way the sun was shining, it reminded me of
I literally can see it in my head.
Well, I was hiking and then I was frolicking. No. And there was a part that looked like a place in Colorado called Palmer Park. It's this wilderness in the middle of the city. And it's pretty dry in Colorado. So it was it was kind of neat. It kind of felt like home, So I'm and the sun was shining on the rocks and all that. And then I heard the rattle. And it was psh. And so it's so silly, the things that go through your mind. Our minds are so so many things all at once. And so I heard the rattle. And so simultaneously, one of my first thoughts was disappointment. It's probably just a cicada. So I wanted it to be a rattlesnake.
Oh, that's why it was. Yeah.
And then and then part of me was oh fuck, that might be a rattlesnake. And then the third part of me was, and it's so silly because I actually did this as if the rattlesnake would be eye level or the cicada. And then I looked down and fucking 5-6 feet in front of me was the biggest fucking rattlesnake. And I was just it was beautiful. And it was such a fast, then the brain wants to decipher, do I back away slowly?
Yeah.
But before I could complete the thought, I was already running. Yeah.
That fight or flight kicked in before you realized it even kicked in.
But it was a fucking big old rattlesnake.
I love snakes, man. I love spiders. I'm
too.
Ooh, cool. But that's something.
But
I probably would have been just running too. I would have in my normal brain right now. I'm back up slowly.
Right.
But in the moment, I probably would have been gone too.
Well, and I know somewhere in there was try to get a picture.
Yeah. Well,
but that one.
Me and my best friend.
It was beautiful,
Me and my best friend, we ran into one of those too. We had were driving up the Blue Ridge, and we pulled off on a spot where you could walk through a trail, and we were joking the whole time. Oh, we gonna see a bear? You gonna get by a bear? Blah blah. And we're walking through, and we look over, and sure as shit, there's Mr. Black Bear.
Oh.
And he was probably maybe a teenager or something.
Yeah.
He wasn't quite full grown, but he was almost there. But
he was a bear still.
He was a fucking bear, and he was just sitting there. And it was maybe 7 feet, something like that from us. He was like up on a little hill, just sitting down, doing his whatever bear shit. And we look over and we see him, we look at each other and we're like, okay, and we calmly walked away.
Yeah.
But both of us kept thinking in the back of our heads, I want a picture. Take a
I
picture.
know.
But we didn't want to be that person to be
Yeah.
the one to take a picture and get mauled by a bear because
Right.
you're trying to get a picture of a
Right.
fucking bear. You want to go. You want to get out of their way. And
I
fuck
hate to
bears,
admit
and,
that I might do the picture.
well, and
But
these guys, they're not aggressive or anything.
they're so sweet.
At
I
the
love
same
bears.
time, you can't just walk up to them and pet them and hang out and roll around. And,
Right.
and you know what I mean? Like, you can't just be a bear with a bear.
Although, so I went and every now and then I need to go dancing.
Yeah.
And so I went to Black Mountain and I went dancing and got talking about bears with this guy. And he's like showing me video of him and this bear. Just he's feeding the bear and he's like playing like you do with the dog, you know.
Yeah,
rawr,
and you're
rawr.
going to get a video or two of that before you die.
Yeah.
Really.
Right? Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
They could be
I-
playing and knock you out.
And fucking knock exactly.
Really?
Right. So I don't have any close-ups of bears.
Yeah, good.
Although living here, oh my gosh. Oh my God. It's so beautiful here. It's beautiful in Colorado too. And you'll see the same kinds of, a lot of the same kinds. But, and vultures. So when I did my journey yesterday, I knew it was going to be like a death rebirth trip because before I even ate the mushrooms, I passed by and I saw these 3 huge birds perched. And I knew they were vultures because they were so fucking big, but they were like all black. And usually the ones that show up for me are a turkey vulture.
Okay.
And usually I see them flying, but I was like, I wonder. And then I went around the corner and there were 3 more just standing on the road. So I pulled over and parked. I attached video to the one that I posted
That's
for
a rebirth
yesterday.
message.
It is. And they
Yes,
were
it
all
is.
black.
Yeah.
And there were like, so
I think
there were
those
3
are the
when I
normal
saw.
ones we have around here are the black ones, aren't they?
I keep seeing the turkey vultures, but it's funny because my Aunt Lois said the same thing. Like, I always see the black ones.
Yeah.
And so, but there were 7 all together in this.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was, so altogether I saw 10, but there were 3 on their own and then 7. And so numbers.
So you saw 7 and 3, I know. That's what I
Yeah,
was looking at.
that it is. It's a very, so the 10 altogether is a definite death rebirth too. And it's funny, we went into 10 in our last show that we did, the 9/11 and the 10.
Oh,
But
hell,
then-
that 9/11, man.
I keep seeing it too.
Every
and
fucking
11/11 every day.
Every fucking day. Yeah, 11/11 too.
And then
yeah.
8/11 I keep getting.
But
And I,
9/11 has been the biggest for so many years. It's
Yeah.
dumb. It's dumb.
I'll get recurring themes of numbers. And then today, I fucking shit you not. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. And it's like the progression. It's like
Oh,
life
crap.
steps. And it's funny because I'm like watching it and like I'll look up the numbers, but it's been so many years now that it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I know this is life progression, but I've been seeing it all day long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. And then I was seeing it again driving to your house. And by the way, it's so fucking beautiful.
Oh,
There is
shit.
no place more beautiful on earth than
Um,
fucking Western North Carolina.
Last night, did you see the stars?
No.
When I came home, it was dark. I looked up, and it was like every constellation was in the
Oh,
sky.
wow.
I don't know all the constellations, but I saw the groupings and I saw the importance. You know what I mean? I'm like, motherfucker. The only one is Orion that I was like, oh yeah, that's you. But he was
Right.
also really tiny, which normally I see him really big.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
it was stars everywhere. And it was either the North Star or a planet that was just hanging out right here, bright as hell.
Probably Venus.
Probably that bitch.
That bitch.
Love her, but you
I
know,
do too. Yeah.
I wear her talisman all the time, and I got that one dream. And
Well,
come on, girl, what you gotta
the
say?
boyfriend energy is coming to you.
Don't tease me.
And maybe the boyfriend energy will come to me too after my vow of celibacy.
For
But-
3 months.
Well, my
I'm
birthday.
kidding, that's still a feat.
Yeah, no.
That's a
My
feat.
my birthday. It was
Aren't
3
you? I was
months.
going on
right,
like 3
right.
years. But
Well, and it's exactly. Yeah, I don't know that I want to go that long, but it's
I don't
been,
either. It was not my choice. Well, I
it's
mean, I guess
been a
most of it
minute.
was, but that's a whole nother. Anyway, we
Yeah,
can cut
no,
that
we don't.
out.
Yeah.
We can cut that out.
Okay, I will.
I bet.
So, but the progression thing, it really kind of hit me driving over here and seeing the number progression, and it's like coming over here. And I know I keep saying it. Sometimes I do that, but it's like to get the point in. It's like, look at what we're getting into a routine with our show.
Yes.
And how life. Sometimes when you're living the life that you want, you've got to stop and notice and realize that you've arrived. It's all the chariot card kind of stuff, where it's like, I'm on my way to go work on the show. And like Murph and I talk about it, like eventually.
And I get excited every week too.
It is. It's so exciting.
I do. I get excited.
Yeah, I do
and
too.
I'm not used to
you
being
a
regular something.
Yeah.
Not just the show, but like hanging out with somebody. Like, oh, we'll hang out once a week. I'm not even good with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna take a nap. This is wonderful.
Thank you.
I love it every time.
I do too.
I do.
I
I love it.
I really do
and
too.
regardless of this,
yeah,
us getting it, because I love hanging out and talking with you anyway.
I do too.
I get stuck at work with you.
I know we do. It's so funny. It's like, oh yeah, we're still at work.
Yeah, we're just videotaping our little shenanigans.
Yeah, right.
That's all this is.
I fucking love it. We do. It's so fucking beautiful. Like, might as well share.
Yeah. And if people get a kick out of it, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you learn something awesome, let me know.
Right. Well, and we're both channels. And so it's like whatever we're talking about. And I like that we can ride the spectrum of like the depth and the heights and the stuff in between,
I wish people got that.
Right.
I wish more people got that, rather.
I do too.
You don't have to ride the shit. Like, you just have to. That's how you excel.
And be in the gratitude,
Go into the flow and live it and expect it and appreciate it.
And appreciate it. Be there. Be
there.
One with it and be grateful. Like, I've got a friend. And like, well, it's funny that it brings to mind this card. It's that little red deck that I have, the Dreams of Gaia, that's like, I probably have, it's in my backpack. I feel like my nose is running. It's getting chilly, y'all.
Feel free to use my Mimo blanket.
Okay. Is that a sleeve? No.
I just meant for warmth. I didn't mean blow your nose in it. I got tissue. We ain't that broke.
I'm over here. No.
Where were you born? A barn?
I know.
As my door's wide open.
I'm so sure. It's nice though. Like, it's chilly, but I've been waiting for this chilliness.
Yeah, me too.
But what was I just gonna say? Oh, so there's a card in that deck, and the point of it is that the mundane exists within the sacred, and the sacred exists within the mundane. And so then it comes back to that whole Buddhist thing about, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water, and after enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. And it's like you're still doing the same thing, but you're bringing a presence to it. You're bringing a gratitude to it and awareness. And like, and it's like anything. Like, I intend that I'm going to get a band, get some music going too. And eventually I'd love to combine that with our show. And that's what I was saying before too. Like, Murph and I have, like, we talk about where we'd love to have this in a bar or something and have an audience. Yeah. But right now you're our audience, and And
I like this too.
I really love this too.
The commute is wonderful.
The commute is amazing. Oh my God,
I don't
the
have
fall
to go
colors. Well, and I don't mind coming out here because where Murph lives is fucking so pretty, and the fall
really
colors.
Pretty out here. Man, this mountain that's over here, it's all been starting to change, all the different reds and oranges
God,
and stuff.
it's so pretty. It reminds me of your pants.
Oh.
And Simon,
Which you can get at Instant Karma.
Which you can get at Instant Karma, la la la. And it's so funny. Simon, who also works at Instant Karma, Simon was here
awesome.
when I got here, and I was telling Simon, like, it's like this time of year, this season is my favorite. And I was like, it's like, when you get your favorite dessert or something, and it's almost like you can't savor it enough.
Sweater weather.
You can't appreciate it enough. Like, it's
I look so much cuter in layers.
Wonderful. I do too.
I love layers. Yes.
La 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 la.
I love it.
I do too.
Yeah, it's like right before it gets cold. Like, I don't really like it cold. Not my favorite.
Yeah,
I don't like to feel
same.
cold,
Yeah.
but I like to put on the layers to not feel cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I've got my
Like,
I've
wake
got
up in
my
the
pants
morning.
on
I
underneath
love
my
those
skirt.
shoes.
I do too. Thank you.
Those are so good.
It's
What
funny.
do you think of mine?
I love how cute are your kitty slippers. Oh, I don't know if they can see, but I can't tell what can be seen. Now it's the yoga segment.
Yeah.
I've got my little witch boots. It's so silly.
No, I got these for like $5 at the Walmart.
Oh, nice.
And I want to get another pair because I know I'm going to ruin these.
Yeah, mine are fucking, my slippers. I was like trying to put them on today after washing them, and I'm like trying to get them out of the hole, and it's whatever. But I love my slippers.
I went to the store today in my slippers because I didn't want to change out of them.
Yeah,
and that's when I was like, I need to get another pair. I'm going to ruin these. I need another pair.
That's why you should get those muglets too. So speaking of instant karma, not to be like, I do a commercial in my tarot videos sometimes. So I'm like, come to instant karma and get a hat, you know. But it is the coolest. We work in the coolest fucking shop, in the coolest fucking town, in the fucking coolest world.
in our own state of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we've
been around, and Asheville's pretty fucking cool.
I really hadn't been much.
I have been from coast to coast, and
not.
besides Manitou Springs, Colorado, Asheville is just something special.
I joked. I was like, if I move anywhere else in North Carolina, it's either the beach or it's Asheville.
Right.
And I didn't even think this was going to be a thing at all.
Yeah.
And then it happened to a friend of mine came to visit, or I came to visit a friend of mine, and then we joked, and then the joke wasn't a joke, and then I was moving my cat, and...
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it went sour, unfortunately. But I'm grateful to be here.
Exactly.
I'm grateful in the place where I was put, the people I met.
Right.
Job I found, all of that.
All of it.
Yeah,
oh, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful we're here. Yeah. So grateful. And there are some really cool, like I lived in New Bern before coming to Asheville initially, and the hurricane was like, okay, now it's time to go to Asheville. But New Bern's a cool little town too. And then I've been to Wilmington, and I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time there, but I did enjoy Wilmington while I was there. So
I've heard it's nice.
Anywhere in North Carolina. Well, not anywhere. Fayetteville and I didn't really take to each other. I tried. And
I was in Lexington, North Carolina. Dry County.
Oh.
Not for me. I was also a house cat at the time, too.
It
was my fiance. We were together for like 2 years or something, and most of it was in that house.
Yeah.
It was hard. That was rough. Yeah.
Yeah,
Too far away to appreciate being too far away.
Yeah. Yeah,
And too young to appreciate the being too far away as well.
Right.
But there was a whole nother in there. But
it is funny how, like, the whole hermit thing.
That's my favorite.
And I was talking, somebody, Richard came to visit today. We've got this old guy. We've got our little, downtown Asheville, folks that like to come and visit. Yeah. And we were talking about being hermits today, and just, sometimes it's healthy to be a hermit. Sometimes it's like healthy to isolate, but then
I appreciate it.
And if I were to be like a full-on hermit, I'd have to live in the woods, and I feel like I could be happy living in the woods. Well, I totally would be happy living in the woods.
Yeah, if I was like on like unemployment or disability or something and didn't have to leave the house and had my groceries delivered to me, and I would totally be in that life.
I would. And if I didn't have kids.
Well, that's
but at the same time, I love singing. I find that I'm an introvert extrovert.
Me too.
More introverted now, but
like you singing, I gotta paint.
Yeah.
We still have to get our art out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's never gonna not be.
Right.
But the alone time is really nice.
Yeah.
It is. I woke up today and then I took a nap.
Oh, that's lovely.
So good.
Yeah, that's lovely.
It was so good.
I had more days off than I meant to have, but I needed that time, I think.
Feel it.
I really did.
Yeah.
It's just peopling. I love people. And that's just it too. Like I really do love what I do. I love getting to do the channeling. I love reading people. You know,
it's something you can't not.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's got to be.
Is. And singing to people.
That's all part.
Yeah.
That's all part of it.
One thing I started, like, there was a lot more recording I did yesterday, so I took my journey. Oh my God, and that was, I put, God, my nose is running like crazy. I'm sorry, y'all.
I have my own in my other pocket, but that was,
I can't believe,
like,
I'm an old lady. Why don't
That's
I
what
have...
I mean, you want to do too?
Well, I'll just wash my sweater. I don't want to stop. If you guys think I'm gross, I am. I don't care. I just don't want to stop rolling, you know.
Yeah.
But,
we go.
Right. Well, the cigarette smoke, it seems to be going that way.
It keeps going that way.
So we don't have to do the magical switcheroo.
We could do it for tissue too, though.
All right.
Yeah, it works all the way.
If it gets bad enough, I just feel embarrassed. Like I'm looking at you and I'm like, do I have boogers?
No.
And so I get really self-conscious.
Yeah, no, you're good.
When I eat, I'm always like, oh, God. And then when I'm not self-conscious, that's when I'll like go back and watch a video and I had like lipstick on my teeth or salad.
Fun. Oh, you're normal? What?
Well, I kind of have exceptional teeth. Fucking A, man. Oh my gosh. But so I did all this filming. I did the one I did post was before the psychedelics kicked in. But then I filmed more afterwards, and one of the things that made me turn on the camera, you know, it's psychedelics. It's so fucking funny. But I was like, I need to stay off Facebook. And if I could take a vow to stay off Facebook, it's just that so much of what we're doing, I have to post things to Facebook and shit.
I have Facebook more so I can keep the Messenger app.
Yeah,
That's really
Messenger,
the most reason I have Facebook. I don't do Facebook anymore. I barely post on Instagram for that matter.
Yeah,
but
mostly I just post on there the videos and whatever. But then I get on Facebook, one, because it's like my social time.
Yeah.
But then I go to find funny fucking memes. And that was why I turned on the camera. I was like, because if I'm going to laugh, I want you guys to laugh too. But it seemed really funny at the time.
Can I have my Mimo blanket?
Oh my gosh, yes. Do you want the pillow too?
Nope, just the blanket.
It is kind of chilly. Oh, am I?
I don't know. It's been doing weird shit.
It was just under the chair. It's so funny. Like, if we could get a video of us setting up the ring light and how many times it falls.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's so fucking funny.
We had it so perfect that one time.
I know, and then I fucking got excited and then I tripped. I'm like, well, whatever.
It works all the same.
Man.
This is perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I love your Meemaw blanket. I'm going to start bringing myself. I've got to get myself.
I've got more on the couch.
Oh.
If you want one.
This is nice, though. I'm okay. Like, I've got my pants on under my skirt, so I'm good. Man. So all these things I want to talk about, like when I was tripping. So, well, the eclipse. Sorry, just keep on. This is what we do anyway.
This is
like,
what we
on
do.
to the next thing. It's like,
here.
So that fucking eclipse.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. And
so I missed it. I got to see pictures from friends.
Oh,
and I'm
I
like,
saw lots
we
of
actually
pictures.
did get to see it.
Yeah.
I didn't think we would because
it wasn't visible
most of the time, apparently it was.
Oh, really?
Apparently, some friends took pictures.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I had friends in
and you got to see like the moon inside the moon. I don't know. It was really cute.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I saw some cool fucking pictures. I had friends in Colorado, of course, and then Texas, and they were fucking, like, one friend posted a picture of her horse, and it was weird because it was like many, many, many moons, and they were coming through the leaves, and you could see all these little moons on the ground, and then also on the horse. It was fucking cool, yeah. So,
now,
but
I remember this one picture looked like a Sailor Moon.
Oh,
you know, like the extra rounded, and I'm like, oh my god.
Right. Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah,
so
I saw
good.
some cool fucking pictures.
Man.
But I was doing a reading while it was going on.
I
I did two readings back to back during the eclipse, so I felt like that was good. But
Yeah,
it was
that's
in
good,
Libra, and so, you know, that's that relationship energy. but then also eclipses, it's like all that death energy. And it's funny because we're talking about Venus and going retrograde and going behind the sun and how it's like a death rebirth. And then the death rebirth thing. And so that's another thing I wanted to talk about because the death urge, because I saw those vultures.
Yeah.
And that was something I had turned on the camera and I was like, I'll wait till I'm with Merf to talk about this. But so a guy had posted on Facebook that he had tried to unalive himself, which is all deep and sad.
Yeah, that's heavy.
And he didn't expect to wake up, but he did. And so he made a post about it. I woke up and he was just like sharing, like, this is authentically where I'm at. And it's interesting, like, I love that authenticity. I love the vulnerability and like sharing, like, it's fucking real. We all have the death urge, you know? We all have the fucking death urge.
Easy way out.
Right. And
really?
So it is. And
it's okay, I'm over it. I'm done.
I'm done, right.
This is what we're doing.
Well,
except you can't change your mind.
You can't, right. Well,
that's the big one.
It's so then it got me thinking about like the last time I had the big death urge. And it was like, you know, and I'm mentally ill, you know, I have depression and all the whatever, who knows all the different things. I don't like
have
to
insurance,
get diagnosed.
so I'm not diagnosed. Yeah.
Well, I have kids, and so I didn't want to get diagnosed because you know,
you have kids. You have no really other choice.
You know, right. Well, and they you know, it's scary. They take kids away when, you know, and so it's like I did all, that's why I do self-help and magic. But, you know, and so whatever, going into all of that. So the death urge, and I guess it's just something we all have. And so the last time was, I think it was Thanksgiving of 2021. And it's terrible that it was Thanksgiving, but I got into a huge fight with my kids. And, you know, I don't know what the experience of parents are. Like, does everybody's kids hate them sometimes? Because for some reason that Thanksgiving, my kids and I got into it, and they hated me. And it was, like, so extreme that I decided they would be better off without me. And, yeah, that sounds like, well, you know, whatever.
Well,
that's
no,
where I was
it's
at.
Heavy, but yeah.
That's where I was at. And so I drove, and then I ended up in front of a gun shop. And that's where I made my decision that I was going to end it. And then I looked at myself and I realized I was still in my pajamas and I was in slippers and I was fucking bawling like crazy. And I was like, no one in their right mind would sell a gun to me right now.
No, and you have a waiting list anyways for it to clear.
Oh,
so.
see, I don't know anything about
exactly.
it. So,
and so, shit.
And so, but something shifted, and I had decided, I made the decision. I was going to end my life, and then I realized, well, if I'm going to do this, I need to, like, make sure that whoever ends up taking care of the kids, that they go to the best place, and I had, like, decided who would be best for my kids, and I just figured I would spend time with them. And then after a few, you know, but it was weird to go into that. I had so decided that I was going to do this, that I was in no rush. And,
funny how that is.
Yeah.
Really.
It was such a peace.
Yeah.
And then my daughter Cassio and I, so I talked with her and we made up, and them, you know, and we made up, and Cassio went to the mother tree with me, and we had a funeral for me, and I let that part of me that wanted to die, we let her die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's interesting. We all have the death urge, but I don't know. I guess with this eclipse season and like, I don't expect to go on camera and give these vulnerable shares, but now I guess I do because
we're here.
Because we're here, and I want to talk about these things because it's all about tune your string, but we don't want to go into false positivity.
We're also not the only ones thinking of all these things too.
Exactly.
Like,
well, that's exactly it.
This whole like death urge thing and whatnot. It's like. Oh, you need to go in. We could probably pause. He has a big
wait, should we do the...
It's too late.
Okay.
Thank you, baby. Love you, mean it. Good girl. death urge thing, and it's like, for me, I feel like, oh, there we are. Another one. It's our southern hospitality. That's all you get.
You're a good kid.
But no, it's like, if today is the worst day, if this is the worst day of your life,
Right.
I'm still kind of curious about what tomorrow is. If today is the worst day, if that's the worst,
Right.
tomorrow can't be as bad. If it is, well, we're going to see. But
Right.
I have that curiosity of, well, what's next?
Right.
And you can always say, okay, bye.
Right.
You
Exactly.
can always say that.
Exactly.
But you can only do that once.
Exactly. So, maybe go have a funeral for yourself and let that part of you that
And let
wants
that
to
part
die,
of you die.
give
Let
it
that
permission
part
to
go.
die,
Yeah.
and then see what awakens in you,
Yeah.
know. And so, I that's,
Yeah,
we wanted
I mean,
to be
if
talked
you're
about,
bored or, you're just angry or whatever, what can you change in that?
Right.
What
Right.
else you got?
Right.
If that's the worst, then the rest of it really can't be that bad.
Right.
And if it's not that bad, and you do start to enjoy something,
Right.
I don't know.
Well, and the worst for me, I think every time since having kids has probably been when I convinced myself that they would be better off without me. That's when it
Which
gets
is a
me.
total lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know they're
yeah.
better with you.
Right.
They might be mama sometimes, but so are you.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have it without you either.
I know, and I love them so much. And they, well, of course I love
Us
them.
as
They're fucking
kids,
kids, man.
we were 12, we were 13, we were assholes. I was an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
I could have been way better. I also could have been way worse.
Right.
But I was an asshole. I feel like we all were at that age. You got the hormones, you got the crazy shit, you're still learning about yourself, you're going to
Right.
school and having to deal with
Right.
all these other people. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
13 is hard.
It is.
I had a really hard 13.
Me
Because
too.
I lived with parents that I didn't really normally live with, and so that made it especially hard.
I get that.
And I was in Utah, which I was used to Colorado.
Yeah.
And so it was really weird.
Shell shocker.
Yeah, it was a culture shock. Yeah, all of it. It was just a really weird. I wasn't used to the. Well, it was hard. So I get it. And then I've raised. Now my youngest just turned 13, and it's so silly because that was part of the. It's so weird. He just turned 13 on Sunday. And he asked me not to make a post on Facebook. He's like, the only pictures I took, it's so silly. The only pictures I took, he wanted a cloak. My older son, Django, has a cloak. We're cool like that. Django has a cloak. So Kyan wanted a cloak. And so I took pictures. And then Kyan said, please don't post these on Facebook. And I'm like, oh. And then
That's his choice.
Yeah, and then we were gonna go.
Choice?
He's a he. Yeah.
He. Got you.
And then we were gonna go hiking, and then we went out, and it was so cold that day, and it was rainy, and so we decided not to go hiking, and then we got ice cream because when it's cold, you want to get ice cream.
Obviously.
And then and so it ended up being kind of lame, but then we got an ice cream cake. But he was excited because he's been waiting to turn 13. I wouldn't let him play Grand Theft Auto. And so that's all he really wanted to do.
It's a horrible game, but it's also kind of a fun game.
Yeah,
I've played it, and I don't play video games, but I have played it. It is kind of fun. It's fucked up, but it's fun.
It's like,
And it's
I'm like,
fake.
oh no, now I have to like listen to this.
Yeah, well.
But he's very when I'm home, he turns it down because I don't want to hear that.
It's part of it. It's part of being mama. It's part of
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it is. And
Mama didn't like the crap that I watched either.
Yeah.
Except for maybe The Simpsons. But she didn't really watch it either, but she would giggle. Pass her by, whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do get into a lot of the same kind of stuff. So, yeah, I feel like I didn't do enough to commemorate, his birthday, but I didn't know what to do. Like he just, excuse me, just kind of wanted to be chilled. And so he reminded me of Lydia from Beetlejuice. Like he's such a dark kind of a, but then when I said something about him being like emo or goth, he's like, I'm not emo or goth. Okay, whatever.
Don't put a label on me,
Don't put a label on me, Mom. Like totally. Sure. Should we do some magic really quick? All right, we're going to do some blanket magic. Ready? Wait. 1, 2, 3.
I love it.
Thank you. And then I should play this song soon.
I thought
just
so,
because my hands are cold. But thank you for getting me a blanket.
You want some mittens?
Well, I can't really play the guitar. No. I'm gonna play this song again though for a minute just to get it warmed up. Maybe I should practice. Okay. I'm glad we can just keep it running and edit, though. I'm getting better with the editing. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
I figured you might be cool.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. So, you ready?
Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, get all situated. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. We should do it one more time. 1, 2, 3.
And then we'll see how it works.
Wonderful.
It's so good, right?
Okay, it's so wonderful. All right, so we're back now, and magically
magically cozy
a blanket. So I'm gonna play a song real quick, just because my hands are getting cold.
And we want a song.
And thank you. You. So
for everybody else anyway. Yeah.
Eventually, I'm going to be setting up an iPad as I learn new songs, but right now I'm just trying to keep to what I do kind of know, and it's kind of a lot of country,
and we love it anyway.
Okay, thank you. It's like I'm a blues singer.
That's my dinosaur.
I keep getting the dinosaur.
It's fine. He's good.
He's like, hey, I was guarding that.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a Judds song, and yeah, and let me. Hopefully I don't fuck up playing it because we're live.
Yeah,
we're live.
Yeah,
but
good.
If I do fuck up, whatever, we're live. It's called Mama, He's Crazy.
I love it.
Mama, I found someone like you said would come along, and he's a sight and so unlike any man I've known. I was afraid to let him in, 'cause I'm not the trusting kind, but now I'm convinced that he's heaven sent and must be out of his mind. Mama, he's crazy, crazy over me. In my life is where he said he always wants to be. I've never been so loved. He beats all I've ever seen. Mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me. And Mama, you always said, better look before you leave. Well, maybe so, but here I go, letting my heart beat me. He thinks I haunt the moon and the stars. I think he's a living dream. Well, there are men, the ones like him are few and far between. And Mama, he's crazy. Fuck.
Good.
Mama, he's crazy.
Yes, he is.
Crazy over me. In my life is where he said he always wants to be. I've never been so loved. He beats all I've ever seen. Mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me. Oh, I love you.
I love you.
Oh, well, Mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me. Oh, that goes to my Merf. Yay. Oh, I dropped it. All right.
I'm your live studio audience
Thank
right
you.
now.
La,
Frankie
la,
is
la,
retired,
la,
but goddamn.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to put the guitar away.
I love you so
And
much.
I love you so much.
That was
Thank
so
you. I'm
good.
going to grab the cards. Thank you. Oh my gosh. We've got to feature your art too. Like,
I mean,
not just me singing, but we've got to.
the good ones are at the store.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, y'all have to come into Instant Karma.
Yay. Yes, you will.
Little plug.
Yeah. You know what? Let's plug our little shop, our little one-stop hippie shop for sure.
I love our one-stop hippie shop.
I do too. I do too. I've had so much magic.
Man, as soon as I walked in that place, I was like, I want to work here.
Same.
I just saw where I should be.
Yeah.
I saw the where I should be.
It's a magical vortex for sure. Yeah.
Man.
It's so funny. The first time I walked into Instant Karma, we knew we were moving to Asheville. We were still living in New Bern, and we took a trip up there, and it was right around Christmas time. I think it was winter solstice, quite possibly, or it was right around winter solstice the first time. And we walked into the downtown shop and absolutely fell in love. Jerry was working. I think he's the only one.
Of course. I love him.
You know, yeah.
I miss them.
I do too. I messaged Shelby today, like, can I get my Moldavite?
Oh, that's right.
She's got my Moldavite. No. Well, that was Richard. Oh, that one just. That one just. You know, I used to watch a tarot reader, more than a tarot reader, named Priestess Gorgeous, very high vibrational being, and she'd always say, if it falls to the floor, it comes to the door. Yeah.
Not wrong.
Yeah. And it's so funny. But yeah, we ended up buying all of our Christmas presents there. And that was the first time I talked to anybody about reading there. I just said, and they were like, yeah, sure, when you move here, come in. Was that a howl? Oh,
you heard it, right?
I did hear it.
Hey, friend.
Hey, friends. Wow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
You heard it.
I did hear it. I'm glad you pointed it out. So is that wolves or coyotes or?
It's one of those. Sister, cousin, brother, somethings.
I hear it again.
No, that's just a dog.
That's a dog, probably in response to the. But that was.
That's what I think too. Yeah, no, I thought I heard it at the beginning, but anyway. Yeah.
So yeah, I walk it. Now they're all doing it.
Yeah, they are. That's real, or it's a people. That's coyote.
I don't know if the camera's picking it up.
Probably not, but we are.
They're going off.
Oh my gosh. That's intense.
I hope they're okay.
Are you seeing something glow in the dark in the ground right there?
That green thing?
I don't know. I see a couple of lights.
Oh. Well, I think it's the ring light. Because everywhere
it's against your car. Okay.
Yeah,
Jesus
everywhere.
Christ.
Okay. I'm like,
I just
everywhere
saw some
I
reflection. I
look,
was like,
I'm seeing
that should
ring
be
light.
like the drive, like the actual, well.
I think
not
I'm
an
seeing
actual road.
Frankie's toy. Yeah.
No, I'm seeing reflections. It's off your car.
Okay.
Yeah, we're being dumb now.
Okay,
But-
so spoiler alert, I slipped some psychedelic mushrooms. No, I'm just kidding. This is the tripping segment. No, I'm just kidding. That's so funny.
I
did
wouldn't
take
be
video.
mad. I mean, I
Yeah.
would be mad, but I wouldn't be
Oh,
mad.
I can. Well, so did I tell you? I told you about my other show that I tried to have. That was called Call of the Siren.
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
was like this, and then we had a band, and it was going to be. So I want to like recreate that idea. But then I was on another show called Everyday Magic, and I was just a guest host on this other guy's show.
That's
And
cool.
but then the third episode, we were like, there were 4 of us, and so backstage was like we were all online. We were all in different states, and so backstage was just like we were all on camera
Okay.
together, but we weren't on the show yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got these mushrooms in my drawer looking at me. I'm thinking of taking them. And all 3 of them were like, eat the mushrooms, eat
Yeah,
the mushrooms.
Of course.
Well, so that ended up being my last time on the show. I got fired after that because of all the things that I said.
So it wasn't the mushrooms, it was the shit you said.
It was the shit I said while I was on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Aw,
So-
good times.
Yeah. And so when I did my filming yesterday, I was like, and I can't fire me.
Yeah.
But then I watched it today and I was like, yeah.
How was your
Maybe.
substitute the other day?
She left me a
Jess?
really nice note. I don't know
I
how she
really
did.
like her.
I met. Did you? I was
Yeah.
wondering how she did, and then I just got caught up.
Well,
in
I hadn't
everything
seen her
else today.
after the fact, but
Yeah.
like when she
She
came
left
in
me
and said
such
hey,
a-
and then you like showed her around and
Yeah.
stuff. I really liked her.
She left me a super nice note, and she like really good
cool.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
She left me a super nice note, and it's funny because that kind of looks like her, and it just came right out.
Oh, hey.
Isn't that silly? I love these cards because like they're people.
Well,
And I'm
some
gonna
of
get
them-
into these cards. It's so funny all the different things.
What is this card?
That is 2 of Cups, and that I get that. That is you and me. We are, and it doesn't always have to be romantic. This is just. It's a beautiful partnership. I'm so grateful, Murph. And it was so funny trying to talk to the camera without you. I'm like, it's just not the same. It's just not the same.
What, less of a mess?
No, it's just no fun talking to yourself, you know, like I'm talking to the camera, but like whatever. So I love that there's the 2 of Cups here.
I love that.
And then here is this Justice card, and there's like 2 cups hanging on there. And so it's how we
Shut
balance
up.
each other out. I know. I don't know how well you
Aw.
can see it, but shut up.
You shut up.
And then what I love
love
too,
this.
because then we've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is establishing a firm foundation.
It's like there's community in there.
Yes, exactly. And it's
Look at
abundance.
that puppy dog.
Oh, it's Frankie.
It is.
But
I mean,
then-
it's not, but it is.
But then we've also got the 5 of Cups with that 10 of Pentacles. But what I appreciate there is that, like, we talk about some deep shit. And we're here to tune our string. But again, we're not trying to do spiritual bypassing. We're not trying to do false positivity.
No.
We're authentically fucking positive. But we talk about
Let's
shit
talk about
that
our
fucking
shit.
hurts too.
Yeah.
And like, honoring the grief. We all fucking... I
Oh,
love that song
man.
by Warren Haynes. Soul Shine. We all feel this way sometimes, you know. But you got to let your soul shine, shine to the break of day, you know. La
That's
la
it.
la. And so, and I love that we can build a solid foundation by acknowledging these things and recognizing, though. It's so funny. It keeps going right back into that death
so-
rebirth kind of theme
It's so cool that we
about.
just
Yeah,
did our own reading.
I know. It just
Like-
kind of came out.
Like, ta-da.
But it's like building a solid foundation on authenticity. And right away you're like, that's community.
Yeah.
And then you see that there's this like, I don't know what that is. It's some sort of sacred jump. It's the tree of life.
That does
Isn't
look
that
like
like
a tree, yeah.
the Kabbalah tree of life?
I'm not sure,
I kinda
but
like
it does look like a tree,
Um,
and that would make sense
you know,
because you
and
know,
with all
they're
that
all
community,
like it's
yeah.
community. Like everybody's getting along. They got the cool dog. You know,
Right.
they're just
The
doing the
chilling,
thing, but
yeah.
it's all correct.
And then, yeah, then this 5 of Cups, you know, and it's like, sometimes you acknowledge things and then you have to let it go down.
Yeah.
Go down the drain. And I love this deck because there's like a burning bowl in the Eight of Cups. And I really love that, you know, and so it acknowledges all the elements of what we do. And I'll show this this Justice card too, and how it's the balancing of the Two of Cups. And I like that she's looking at her. That's the one that looks a lot like Jess. Yeah, it's funny. It's Justice and Jess.
Well, I think so too.
And then there's this like reflection down here, and I love that with Justice. And underneath, it's like not a happy. It's like a happy, sad. And I love that in that it's
melancholy.
Like, there's that balance of finding that. It's
well, but it's a balance within yourself.
Yeah,
it's your happy. It's your light. It's your shadow. It's balance.
Yeah,
complete balance.
It's authenticity, and it's, you know. And there's an affirmation that I'll have people do. I'll say, I've probably said this before. I'll say it again. Tap your thymus. And affirm. Okay, take a deep breath all the way behind your belly button and tap your thymus. And we affirm, I am love.
I am love.
I am light.
I am light.
I am peace.
I am peace.
I am joy.
I am joy.
I am laughter.
I am laughter.
I am sovereign.
I am sovereign.
Take another deep breath all the way behind your belly button. I am love.
I am love.
I am light.
I am light.
I am also dark.
I am also dark.
I am complete self-acceptance.
I am complete self-acceptance.
And I attune myself.
And I attune myself.
To my most authentic expression.
To my most authentic expression.
I am free, motherfucker.
I am free, motherfucker. I love this part. Free.
And I love it. This is so, Merf, I'm going to get up in the camera
thank
too.
You.
Merf made me this beautiful talisman necklace.
Oh.
And that's where my thymus is. I hang it right at my thymus, so when I tap, yeah.
That's smart.
La la la.
That's smart.
Free. Thank you for the Meemaw blanket.
Yes.
Yeah, yay.
They just keep it coming. I got another one if you need something thicker.
All right, cool. Thank you. And thank you. And then it's like, I want to keep reading, but really I just want to go into, because we've got quite a few cards, but underneath that Two of Cups card is the Queen of Swords. And I appreciate that too. I love the Queen of Swords. A lot of people, you know, she's not the most
I like her.
Loving,
But she's smart.
She's smart. She knows when to cut out the bullshit.
Yeah.
And she so values truth. She's so, and as
she only
like
works in that.
Exactly.
Otherwise she gonna cut you.
Exactly. And that's part of that attunement too, is like we as empathic beings and as channels, we are coming into this new understanding. Like I always joke, like the first phase of knowing that you're an empath is that, you know, you recognize when someone's in pain, and this can be emotional pain, physical pain, spiritual pain, whatever.
Yeah.
And you know that you can help them, and so you do. You go over to them.
Sometimes.
And you help them, and at first, you know, you walk away and you feel a lot better, and they feel a lot better, but then after a while, it's like you've got a sign over your head and people are just latching on.
Well, and you're also tagging yourself to help hold on to their pain.
Exactly.
You're attaching yourself, and there's only so much I can do.
Exactly. Because it becomes that emotional sponge kind of thing. Or they completely drain your energy. Or both.
And you and me got plenty.
Right.
Mind you. But we only got so much at the same time.
Well, exactly.
And it takes a lot for us to be us. I might be speaking just for myself, but I feel like you're the same.
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot. I need to hibernate. I need to rejuvenate. I need to recharge.
Yeah, same. That's why I have to go to nature, and I really do.
I have to have the quiet. I have to have a couple of days of the quiet.
Yeah.
And it might take more than a couple of days.
It's
only so much for me to be able to be social and out there, like for work and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I get it.
It's a job, and I love it, and I mean it.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot.
Exactly.
And that is my being social. I do that, and I go home and hang out with the dog.
Yeah.
And we're good.
Yeah.
I have that quiet time. I recharge, and I am good for tomorrow. I can be there to be helpful. I can be there to inspire. I can be there to help create something for somebody's
and
mind.
then you really do, and that's the whole thing about filling your cup.
Yeah.
You know, and that it's a whole thing. Like, people feel guilty about, you know, and that's codependency, when you got to give and give and give and give, and then you don't have any more to give, but people expecting you to fill their cup, and it's like,
in retail,
when you're
you
drained,
are the codependent of everybody.
and you've got to learn to, like,
yes,
stop and go fill your cup again.
Well,
you know, I guess in retail it's hard to do that.
In retail, that's hard to do. You have to have a very full fucking cup, a very tall glass.
Yeah. It is. It's reserves.
And especially for something as special as, you know, Instant Karma, and what we do and that
there
kind
is
of
a
thing.
lot, yeah.
It takes a lot to be able to be there for those people who need you.
Exactly. Luckily, a lot of nourishing people come in too.
Totally.
You know,
totally.
Yeah. But I get it.
But yeah, I mean, and there are those who know and know exactly what they're looking for, and you can help them and that kind of thing. But you're still their emotional support spiritualist,
right?
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, I get it. Especially with what we sell and everything.
Right.
You know.
And then there's those that don't know and need help, and those take more and energy-wise.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to recharge.
And putting people's, I get it. Like, I'm grateful to do what I do, but I don't know that I could do the retail end. But so that's my joke, is like, then you get through these steps, and so step 3 will say is, I don't want to leave the house because there's people out there and they're going to drain me.
Yeah.
So it's funny. Exactly that.
But you still got to do it. You still got to go.
And so recognizing that you do need to, you know, take time to recharge, take time to fill your cup again. But then what I was getting at with this Queen of Swords is then part of our new superpower is that we are instruments of frequency and vibration. And so now, well, we still have to take time to recharge, because we dominate the frequency.
Well, that's
the
thing. We can still be charging and still be on.
And still be on.
Yeah.
But
we don't have a big off switch. Even when I'm recharging and somebody's reaching out, I am still available.
Yeah. Yeah,
know.
Totally.
And I can do both.
Right.
And that's kind of... kind of that saying.
Well, and it is. You dominate the frequency.
Yeah.
Like, if they want to go into a certain vibrational frequency, they're in your temple. Because we've already talked about that shop as our temple.
Yeah.
And they're in your temple. And so you dominate the frequency. But yeah, there's only so much. You can only sing for so long before you got to give it a rest. And it is.
Right.
So I totally get that. But you do dominate the frequency. You have a high, and it's not about being like the dominator paradigm. You dominate your own vibrational frequency.
Correct.
And so when those come in to interact with you, they have to come into your la la land. And so then we're providing a whole different service, a whole different service.
Yeah.
Because when we're in a certain vibrational frequency and people are like, oh, I like that. At least subliminally, if they don't recognize it consciously, they are being shown that they have a choice about what they give their energy to, and they have a choice about where they put their vibrational frequency.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, I feel like everybody is an empath. They're just not all tuned into it. Everybody is a channel.
Yes.
They just need to learn how to open it and work with it consciously.
We're all witches.
We're all witches.
We're all witches.
We're all of the earth. We're all connected. We're all like...
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the whole fucking thing. We all are. We all have these powers.
Really?
You know? And some of us...
You have to unlock it. You have to embrace it. You have to believe you're in yourself. We are all in control of our own. We make some dumb decisions. We make some good decisions. It still doesn't pan out. You find that wave and you ride the wave and you appreciate the wave. You get back the blessings of what you've been given. And you take the blessings that you're given, small or big.
Right.
I
love that.
You have to... You really have to appreciate those small things to be able to appreciate the big things. If you are just constantly like, fuck it, and you still, get through that red light, or you still, like the little
Right.
things. Where's the good coming from? And respect that.
Well, exactly. And going into like you got to count your blessings.
Yes.
You know? And sometimes people take it wrong. When they get told count your blessings, they think that they are being chastised or that somebody's being condescending
Or that they're owed something.
Yeah. And it's more about no, it's really about shifting your vibrational frequency.
Yes.
When you start appreciating all that's good, when you and a lot of it is coming out of trauma or trauma response, and I guess anything could be called a trauma response. If we're having a shitty attitude, is that a pattern, an unhealthy pattern that we've created in our brains?
It's like the music
and how do
that
we bring a
listen
consciousness?
If you're listening to depressing music and we feel depressed, and I hate saying wearing all black, but that was part of a study. And I was all about wearing black and being goth, and I was still happy.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that people do that keeps them in this certain head frame. And if you're in this certain head frame, this is what you're willing to yourself and what's around you. And you are what you hang with. And you are the music you listen to. Like,
yeah.
Words are important. And if you're listening to these words that are depressing, you're going to be depressed. If you're listening to these words that are uplifting, you're going to feel uplifted.
It's true.
It is.
It's true.
It's
Murph has
your
shown
psyche
me
is with
that your playlist,
music magic,
like
music magic is important, man. Like certain words and things, and where you can push that energy in that direction to get done what you need to get done.
Yeah.
That Jessie Reyez song. Oh, y'all, I am in love with Jessie Reyez.
We'll have to listen.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
But she's the one that sang that one song that I sent you. It was like, gimme, 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 gimme what I want.
Yeah.
And that's when I was trying to get my house.
Oh, I love that.
I would be in my moment in the car or whatever. I would dance around the room. Gimme, 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 gimme what I want.
Yeah.
And I kept picturing this thing. And I saw like 4 different models of this layout in particular.
Yeah.
But I saw many other ones that wasn't going to work for me.
Right.
I wanted this one. I wanted this setup. And I found like 4 different ones of this one until I found this one.
Yeah. This one's so nice.
Give me what I want.
It's so nice. It's so funny. It reminds me. So I have a stepdaughter named Rachel, and she's a mom. She's she's got a couple kids, and she's one of my besties too, ever. But she sent me, and it's so funny. Like, do people send you music, and you're like, wow, I didn't know people send me that way.
Me and my girl Samantha, we trade music all the time.
Yeah.
I'll send her some stuff like, okay, you have to hear these things, and then she'll be like, I found this. You need to hear this. And she'll send me this one, and then she'll be like, hey, by the way, there's another one.
I love
it.
when people send me music.
It's so good.
So she sent me this rap song, which that's not really what I listen to, but by an artist named Princess Nokia.
I love Princess Nokia.
It's not my fault that I'm that bitch. So talk that shit, because I'm still rich. Like,
I love her.
Wow, I'm that bitch. Right on,
yeah.
Rachel. I had no idea that I'm that bitch. Oh, yeah. I'll listen to it. I will fucking blast that shit.
Oh, man.
It's not my fault.
She does this Bart Simpson song.
Nice.
It's horrible and it's great, but it's called Bart Simpson with the shits. I can remember, and you can go and suck my dick. Like, so good.
Hell yeah! I'll have to listen to it.
Oh man.
Hell
it's so
yeah!
Good.
Nice. Now I'm gonna start. I'm willing to shift my genres. I appreciated that though. I'm like, hell yeah! I didn't know I was that bitch, but hell yeah, I'm that bitch.
I didn't realize.
And I'm like Queen of Swords. So it's all about truth. It's all about truth. But then while we sit here, we got the Queen of Cups, which is about being emotionally healthy. And
working on all that.
And filling your cup and being loving and giving from a place of a full cup, giving from a place of sincerity and nurture and really wanting to share. And then we've also got I don't know. When I have cards, I can't help it. Then we've also got the Ace of Pentacles. It's interesting, the Two of Pentacles reverse was under that. I don't want to go into that too much, except I kind of get
what's up with our coin?
The message. Right, exactly. The Ace of Pentacles.
Yeah, what's up with our coin?
And then we've also got the Strength card, which I just feel like goes right in with that.
That's good.
Having the strength. So what I was going to say about that Two of Pentacles reverse with the Strength card is not being afraid to sometimes go into the imbalance. Not being afraid to like not know, not being afraid of things, and allowing things, just trusting life to realign you. And it's like that gratitude thing. Look for what is going right and attune yourself into the frequency of all that I have. And so this Ace of Pentacles it's a seed as well as a coin.
Okay.
And aces are always opportunities, and pentacles are earth energy. So earth is the slowest moving energy, but it's also the most sustaining and sustainable. And so when you've got a seed here, and so the more traditional Ace of Pentacles, it usually shows like a garlanded doorway. And I always feel like that's the doorway you walk through when you go through the portal of the World card. And you come through this doorway, and then you've got these pentacles. You've got this opportunity to plant seeds for a new reality, and especially like starting a new business, starting a new project, starting a new thing. And so it's like having the courage to do that, having the strength to do that, and recognizing, that sometimes there's strength in being gentle. And it's so funny how we started with the whole talk about there's the sacred and the mundane, and there's the mundane and the sacred. And it's like there's strength in being gentle, but sometimes you've got to speak your fucking truth too.
Yes. And are you speaking the hell to me? Like you
I am. It's
I am like these, really like you're reading me right now. I am seeing these things and I'm like,
And then we've also got the Hermit card. And I think that just reaffirms that sometimes you do need to go within and find that inner light. And
that's the me card.
Talking a lot about that.
That's the me card.
It is
the Hermit.
Card.
That's the me card. In any deck.
Yeah.
That's me.
Although, you come up as a few things, but I see that totally. Sometimes I'm the Hermit too, but that's so pretty. Are you?
I'm the Hermit right now. This is my lantern.
I'm like, where are you going?
This is my lantern. I'm the Hermit right now.
You're totally the Hermit. Oh my gosh. We're talking about doing skits, y'all. We will get together and make these skits happen.
Oh, I keep thinking about that one too.
I know.
And I figured we could like tie ourselves up with the dog's like leash cord.
Oh, I love
rando,
that.
whatever, that's what I got.
I can bring cords too, or something. That's funny.
It would be really cool if we had like pumpkins all around us.
Yeah.
I thought about that, but can you do Photoshop? Do you know how to add fire or whatever?
I'm not the most.
Ooh, Simon.
Oh.
Simon could.
Aha.
Aha. La la la. La la la.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Just let me know when you want to. Like definitely.
Shit, chick. I mean, really, it's getting cold soon. So soon.
It'd be fun to do it by
How early
Halloween.
can you get here?
We'll talk about that off camera. Yeah. And I just want to end it with, we've got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. All four queens came out today.
Ooh.
We are that bitch. We are that bitch. All fucking four queens. All four elements. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I really love when the Wands and Pentacles energy, fire and earth energy come out. Because this is the ideas and the passion and the motivation and the making it happen, the magic.
And then
she is the witch of it all. And this is the one that takes that really invests in it, that really, long haul. This is the one that nurtures it and knows her fucking worth, knows that she is worthy of these ideas, knows that it will all pay off. So I feel like that could be a collective, and that Hermit energy. It does kind of feel like maybe don't dissipate your energy. It's not necessary to put it where you don't want to put it.
Yeah.
You don't owe anybody any fucking thing.
No. Recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the 10 of Pentacles again.
Damn it.
And that's the community. So, all right, I'm not going to look anymore. All right. Well, do you feel like we've got a show?
I think we have.
Oh, and then we end with the Ace of Cups. Yay! Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm like, I'm not looking at it anymore. And then it's like the Ace of Cups. I was like, are you sure? Well, okay.
They're there for a
If
reason.
it's an
They
ace,
speak.
exactly. They do.
I think we have a show.
And that's all about filling your cup.
Yeah.
And that's where we come full circle.
Hello.
Being a hermit and then coming back and filling your cup.
Man, I like hermit.
I do too.
I am digging hermit life.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I do my thing. I go to work. I come home, hang out with the dog, watch whatever I want to watch, chill out, take a nap.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I like that too.
I love it.
I love that too. I love hanging with the kids. It's because I want to sing. It's like I have to make myself get out there. It's funny. I went to
Yeah.
Whole Foods today, and
Just started singing.
well, no, there was a guy out there playing guitar,
Oh, hell.
and he recognized me.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's like,
Yeah.
you need to come to these open mics. I'm like,
Yeah.
right on, okay.
I love it.
So that's cool.
That's awesome.
I needed that, Asheville. I needed that.
Yeah.
And he was good too.
Oh,
And he had
that's
such a cool shirt. And then every time I say I'm done, okay, I'm really putting him away because we got a shirt. But we're ending with the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10. We've had the 10 of Pentacles. We had the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, all of these, all 4 queens, 2 of Cups, all these good cards. And the Wheel of
actually like the
Fortune,
Wheel
and
of
it's
Fortune.
upright, and that's things are moving in our favor, and
Yeah.
and it shows fortune after difficulty, and it is upright, and it's a 10, and the 10s
always
always
work.
talk about completions of cycles and new beginnings, and as I always like to say, things about coming my way. All right, so Murph, thank you so much for
Thank
this.
you.
I love you so
I
much.
love you so
my
much.
2 of Cups.
Yeah.
So much. Oh my gosh. I do. I just love you. We love you
same,
guys.
back
Thank
at
y'all for
you.
watching.
Yes.
I know on my nature video that I posted, I was like, talk to us. Tell us what you guys want to talk about, what you guys want us to talk about.
Oh, I would love to have like a phone call with somebody and have a conversation.
That would be so
I would
cool.
love that.
That would be so cool.
Like, you know how like back in the day people used to call into the show or whatever,
Yeah.
you know?
That'd be fun as
That would be
fuck,
really cool.
Man. It would be, well, we'll get it figured out. The
Yeah.
more we figure out technology.
Yeah, if you guys are curious.
And then having guests too.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
well,
we're
and
going
this
to
way
have
we
guests.
get like guests
Right.
like from wherever.
Exactly.
I love that.
We can have your bestie outside of your Asheville bestie, and we can have my bestie on outside of my
Yeah.
Asheville bestie.
I
And
don't know if I have an Asheville bestie besides you.
I'm your Asheville bestie.
I said besides you.
That's so silly. But everyone at Instagram, it's a family. I'm
It is
so
a
sure-
family. I love them.
I do too. I
Yeah.
do too. We'll have them all on.
Yeah.
We'll have Dunbar and Simon.
I
We
love
almost got
Dunny.
Simon to come on.
Almost.
But
He's still hook, line, and sinker. We're
Right.
just, maybe next week.
he's got to play music for us, and also as an artist.
Yeah, he
so
is. He's
yeah,
good.
and another witch. So yeah.
That too.
All right. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Peace and love. Ah!